Hi Julia Watts here, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to have another look at the Sentimentally Yours Charming 2 collection, and I'm actually, from the collection, I'm only going to use the borders today. So this is the Charmed Borders 2, just to show you how versatile they are and give you some ideas on how to use them. So you get 4 borders in the set, and I'm going to be using this one and this one. You can, as I've used in another video, this one will fit in the centre of that one quite nicely. I don't think the other one will. Let's just have a look. You could use that one as well. That one could fit as well. But as I said, what we're going to do is we're going to predominantly be using this one and also using this one. So let's start, and we're going to create a background. So I've got a piece of pure white card here, and I have trimmed it to 6 1/4 inches square. And I've got a piece of double-sided adhesive sheet here. This is a woodware one. On my website you'll find the Creative Expressions one and also Elizabeth Craft Designs. The Creative Expressions one is perfectly adequate for this. If you're going to be die cutting to make adhesive embellishments, I suggest you use the Elizabeth Craft Designs one. The products I'm using you'll find over on my website, juliawattscrafts.co.uk. I'll tell you what I don't have, and then you'll probably find them over at Honeypot Crafts instead. So let's try and just get into the corner of this. I didn't start this off ahead of time, perhaps I should have done. There we go. So we're just going to start, this should be about the same size. Rather than, normally I just do a whole A4 sheet, but rather than do that, I've been frugal and I'm only using what I actually need. So we're going to put, oh, that's a little bit bigger, never mind. Put that there, and then you can pull away the bottom sheet, and then you're good. Okay. It doesn't have to be lined up perfectly because it's going to go within a frame. And then we're going to take away the top sheet, hopefully. Talk amongst yourselves. Here we go. I'm just going to start with that amount to begin with, I think. And I'm using Lemon Sorbet card from Sentimentally Yours for this. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a background. And you could go straight, but I'm going to go diagonally. As in, not diagonally. Famous film in case you don't realise. So we just push that down like that. And then what we can do, because we don't need all of that, then we might be able to use this bit on the next section. We'll cut it all back in a minute. So let's see if that will be long enough. It will. So that these ovals here I'm going to slot in there. Just take your time. The carrier sheet will help you. And then you get another one. So what I did was I actually cut out a whole A4 sheet with the borders. And it's not as awful as it seems, because when I was cutting other things out, I cut a border out as well. So we're going to just pop this one in between, like so. So the carry, I'm just making sure it's all stuck. And it is just about the right length for us to have it the full length, if you see what I mean, the full diagonal. In fact, I should have done that first. But hey ho, you might want to start on the long length first. But it doesn't. We don't need to go right the way to the tip because we're going to have a frame around it. So that is absolutely fine. I'm quite lucky. I'm only doing this so I don't get all sticky. And then we can go in the gap again. Gap, gap, gap. Gap, gap. Doesn't it look cool? In the ovals, there are different sizes in between, so it won't be 100%, but it's as near as. Let's just have all this off now. I do still need it though to press them down. Looks like I'm going to have some left. So this is going to go in the gap here, like so, and then we just need this little tiny piece of this one. So I'm going to have one and a bit left over. Let's just bring in my frame and check. Oh, I might need a tiny bit down there. That's all right, we can do that. Let's just chop those off here. I just need a bit in here. I want to be really frugal if I can. Save as much as possible. Let's see what we've got on this side. See if this is useful. I do. And we are going to have, we're going to have flowers. I can't remember where I was going to put the flowers now. We are going to have flowers, but I can't remember where. Oh, on, I think. So this is going to go on there, so that's fine now. Okay. So we just get rid of the excess bits. I don't need to get rid of all of them, but I probably will. Try not to stick your fingers all over the sticky, because then it won't be so sticky if your fingers have been all over it. I am overhanging a little bit with my sticky, so my scissors are now a bit sticky. Right, there we go. So I can perhaps keep these little bits here with a full length. So I've got a full length border and some little bits left over, so they can be used in another project if I so wish. I'm not going to bother with these bits. And now we're going to, obviously we've got exposed adhesive now, so this is where the fun starts. I want to make sure all of these are stuck. Not quite as strong with an adhesive as the Creative Expressions one, unless you're trying to use your carrot sheet and then all it wants to do is stick to it. It's what I had lying around. Right, so we need a piece of copy paper. We're going to fill in the gaps with some Sentimentally Yours Diamond Dust. And this comes in a refill pouch, and you get 125ml, I think it is. So it ends up much better value for money than buying the little pots. But you do need a Chinese container or another container to pop it in if you haven't already, which I hadn't. So we're just going to add some in here. Don't need much, and we're going to just use our fingers to move the glitter onto the exposed adhesive. So once the glitter's stuck, it's fine having your fingers on top because it's the glitter that's on the adhesive. It does feel quite nice actually, it's quite soft. If you were using Diamond Dazzle, which is bigger, then you do actually lose a little bit of the definition of the background. You see it's all glittered. So the more you burnish it, the better really. That's our background all done. Easy peasy. I'll put that back in there. Need an assistant. Me and glitter don't always mix. I do like the fine glitter though, and of course this one hasn't got any interference in them. I do love rainbow crystals, that's one of my favourite, but that hasn't been in stock for a while actually. They must be having difficulty in getting some. So that's Diamond Dust. So that's our background all done. So let's see. Right. Now, the other border. So this is the other border, and I've cut this out to a pure white card. And you can see that you've got like I'm all glittery. If I stroke the cat now, he'd be all glittery. So we've got the kind of cut out lines there. So what I've done is I've cut a piece of the lemon sorbet card, and that's going to go on top so you can just see the lemon sorbet underneath. So we're going to glue that down. Just going to glue it in the middle for now. It will be longer, so it's about 1 inch wide, and that's absolutely fine. And there you can see that you've got the lemon underneath. I'll give that a minute to settle before we cut the end off. Oh, get myself organised. Right. Let's look at my background. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to stick this on here first because that's where it's going to go. And then when I stick my frame on, I can just, I can just trim it off and then stick my frame on, and then we'll all be good. So let's get some glue on that. You're going to be shedding glitter. Hang on a sec, let me give it a good old bash in the bin. Better. Right. We could raise it up, but I'm already going to have a raised up frame. And the finished card is going to be a biggie. It's going to be an 8 by 8. So we're going to have it roughly in the middle-ish. Like so. And I've done it so that I've got my, if there is a gap, it's going to be top left and bottom right, and that's where my flowers are going to go, I think. Can't remember. So it's slightly, I think it's slightly down, which is fine. Like so. Just wipe off that excess glue so it doesn't go on my scissors. And I'm just going to trim it off with my good old sticky scissors, if you like. It doesn't have to be really neat because we're going to have our frame around it. Okay. So the frame is going to go on like so. and I've cut this out using, grab them, I've used the Debossed double stitched squares. Yeah, Debossed double stitch squares, which is in stock on my website at the moment. Which one did I use? I think I used that one. Yes, I did. So this is the 5th largest. And then I've used, also at the same time, I've used a stitched torn square. Could use that one, did I? Yes, the largest but one of the stitched torn squares. And you do get, it is a slightly different stitch detail, so that you can see that the stitched torn squares are kind of uniform stitch, and then the debossed, let's see, debossed double stitch squares has a dot dash line on it. But I don't mind that. I just wanted to have the stitch torn on the outside. Is that straight? I don't know. Right, let's get this on. So I've already got some 2mm foam tape on the back, because I knew this might be a longish demo, so I've done some extra prep on this. And when you're going onto a glitter background, it is a good idea for you to use glue rather than the Pritt that I have been using, because you want to make sure that it does stick, and just foam tape itself might not necessarily stick. So we're going to bring in some PVA. Just to make sure that our frame doesn't fall off. Probably find I'll get some on the mat. I'll have to tidy up. Okie dokie. Let's just stand up so I can see what I'm doing, hopefully. I think that looks pretty straight. Let me have a look on the back. Yeah, it looks pretty straight on the back. Of course, I didn't line it up properly, but I could move it up a bit. Then I won't have to trim it, if I can move it. Hang on. Can you let me? Yep. Can you? Right. Let's have another go. I think I'm going to do it this way. I don't know why I didn't do it. I meant to do it this way anyway. Okay, that's better. Good. And I've already gone ahead and put on my, it's not quite, because you know when you've got your card blanks, it's not quite 8 by 8. In fact, I think it's 7.5 inches. So it would go in an 8 by 8 envelope. So I've already put this onto foam tape, and then that's going to go on there like that. And I've done that because sometimes, you know, when you actually put a mat on, you do it a certain way, and then if you actually turn it round, it doesn't look quite straight or even. So that's why I put the arrow there, because it looks straight and even when I put it on. But you know, it's me. So this one's going to go on here. Fabulous. I've got a bit of glitter all over the place here. Of course I have. Then for my sentiment, I've used the Just For You frame sentiments. Let's grab them. I think I've got one of these left on my website actually. Just For You frame sentiment. So I'm only using the Just For You, I'm not using the actual shadow. And we're going to have that in the middle here. It's a good idea to just figure out where you want it before you actually glue it. I think we're going to have it like that. That looks good, doesn't it? Right, so where's my scribble mat? It's got, so I'll show you this actually, because you know I said if it's dirty, once it's dry, just use the edge of an acrylic block, like so. And then that fetches the PVA off. So it's an easy way of cleaning it. And it doesn't damage the acrylic block. And the acrylic block doesn't get sticky, unless of course the glue is still wet. So let's just dip our sentiment in here. And adjust first. Sorry about the noise of my chair, but oh, what's that there? I seem to have glue all over the place. I've got it on my finger now. Just yeah, let's have a little bit more glue. I'll even pick it up. Come here. I'm going to just dab that off a bit. Nice and kitchen roll. Don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. I normally do. Just for you. Pretty, isn't it? So you could just leave it like that, but we're going to add some flowers on. So I think we're going to put some flowers down here and up there. I think that was my intention. So for my flowers, I'm cutting out the Lacy tips from Floral Finery too. So in case you don't know, that you've got 6 petal flowers and 4 petal flowers in 4 different sizes on those. And we're also going to use the Whimsy foliage, and I'm using the plain ones from that set, also from the Floral Finery. So I've already gone ahead, because there's a few flowers on this, there's 6. So I've already gone ahead and done some shaping already. So I'll just show you how I've shaped these ones. This is the 2nd largest size, and using a ball tool, I'm just going from the edge to the centre to break those fibres down. You can be fairly rough with them if they're out of card. If they're out of paper, you need to be a bit more gentle. And turn it over, give it a press in the centre, and then they pop up. And we get some glue in the centre. And just offset them slightly. And press down. And then I'm undecided, which is why I haven't put them in. I'm undecided as to whether I want to have lemon sorbet, which matches the card, pearls in the centre. So that's going to be lemon on lemon. So I'm not sure whether that really works. Let's just grab one. It's just lemon on lemon, or whether I want to go for the porcelain white again, or there'll be another or in a second. So this is the white one, which is okay. But I've also got the Aurora ones here, the crystals. So I might want to use those instead. I think I've decided I'm not going for those because they're the same. So we can put those away. Had my flowers been white, then I would definitely have gone for those, but they're not. So I think what we might do is use those because they're a little bit more, they're a little bit more special than the white. So I think that's what we're going to go for. And you can get the gems, flat back gems and the pearls from Nipop Crafts. So let's get these stuck in. So I reckon I'm going to have 8 in the big ones. And then 5s in these. And I might be able to get, yeah, gems don't come in the little tiny ones, so they've got to be 5s. You don't get 3mm gems in these pots. At least I'm sure you don't. Come on then, Julia. Press. Pretty. You can of course, if you wanted to, cut some of the smaller flowers out and put those in the centre to make them fuller flowers. Or you can use the stamen sets. Don't worry about any oozy out glue. It's going to be fine. Yeah, definitely like the gems. Bits of glue stuck to my fingers. One more. Are these pretty flowers? Lacy tips. Get in there. Right. All of that for now. So this is going to go down here, and this one's going to go up here because this one's a bit smaller. And then I think I decided I was going to have these 2 medium ones here, like that, and those 2 teeny tiny ones on the other side of that one up there. And then we're going to tuck some flowers, some leaves in. Yes. So not on the frame. This one's going down below, but just in the corner-ish. And this won't go the same. Remember, it won't stick straight away because it's going onto glitter. Shall I do those? See, it's not stuck. It doesn't want to stick because it's going on glitter. If it makes contact with card, then it'll stick. I think we'll put those down there as well. Cat's snoring again. Don't know if you can hear him. He seems to, in the winter, he seems to like to be in my craft room, because probably because the heating's on. In his little pod, and his little pod's next to the radiator. Bless him. He's a sweetie. It does mean we can move things around a bit, which is quite cool. So how's that look? That looks alright. Handy on the camera. Sure, I've said that many times before. So if we put, let's move this one bit out a bit. Put it, because I want it on the same level. I don't really want it on the frame if the flowers are below the frame. Does that make sense? Right. Do I actually want, yeah, let's tuck some leaves in. I don't know where the leaves are going to go though. Puffy time. It's another one. Let's hit the camera again. Where are we going? We're going, that's lefty. And that's the same, so that must be your righty. Yeah, this is the one I want. Tucking them in, a bit of glue just so that they don't get knocked off or damaged in transit to the studio. I'll have to keep pressing these on until they're stuck. They will stick eventually. Right, so that's that. I might stick some more in, and we'll have a little bit of a leaf up there. Which way around do I do it? I'll do it that way. There's the other one. There's it. Got a bit of glue showing there, which is a bit annoying. Make it up a bit. There you go. It will stick by the time, well, in an hour or so probably. And this under there. Okay, that's our look. Okie dokie. And then we've got these little bits. Don't want that bit, or that bit. These little bits. Do I want these in or not? Yeah, we could do. Goodness knows when they'll stick though. So if they make contact with the card rather than the glitter, then we stand more chance of them sticking. Let's move another one. Let's just put a bit of glue on and see where it fits when it sticks. You going there, are you? Or are you going to look silly? Do I like that? Don't know if I do. Let's have another one out here. I might need some more. just have it underneath that one. Do I need that? Well, it's probably already stuck now, that one has. Do I need one up here? No, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to leave that cluster with lots and just that one with a couple of leaves. I think, yes, that's what we're going to do. Right. And we're just going to put a gem in each corner as well, I think, because that just finishes it off. I like to have, not forget my corners. The question is, do we want 5s or do we want the big one? It's a big card, so I think we might go big ones. Because it's a big card. Otherwise the small ones might look lost. There we go, all done. Isn't that pretty? It's such a bright and uplifting colour, isn't it, yellow? So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you found it useful. As I said, you can find the products over on my website, juliawattscrafts.co.uk, and also over at Honeypot Crafts as well. Do like and subscribe if you've not already on my YouTube channel. Love to read your comments, and do watch out for the many other videos that are using this collection. And thank you for watching.